Greetings, SWAT Audits here. It is Friday, December 26th, 2025. I'm here at the Goodyear City Hall. I'm going to fly my sign out front. Be kind, everyone struggles sometime. And we're going to try that first just to see if they give me any flack over that. And if so, or if not, I'm going inside the building to request some public records afterwards. Let's see how they respect our rights.
So what are you behind on these days?
What's that?
What are you behind on these days?
What do you mean behind? You mean I'm
Oh,
just,
be kind. Everyone struggles sometimes.
yeah,
okay?
I'm just out spreading a positive message.
That's
yeah.
what we all try to do.
Yeah. Some people think I'm panhandling, but I like to leave that illusion open. But no, that's definitely not the goal of it. This is just maybe spread a little goodwill here and there, remind people.
Okay.
Especially this time of year, we all need a little help this time of year. Even those of us who are well off, we still have to deal with family and stuff. So we all have something to deal with.
Yeah, almost, when I read it, it was different. I'm making all kinds of mistakes lately.
What did you think it said?
I thought it said I'm behind. I'm
Like
struggling.
behind on bills and whatnot.
Yeah,
we
that
all
you're-
are that
you're
too.
struggling,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's something we're all doing too. Because it's definitely not necessarily about money when it comes to struggles.
Yeah.
Even people with money struggle at something.
Yeah.
It would make our lives a lot easier. Yeah, but you'd still have struggles if you had too much money.
Yeah. Well, it was really nice talking to you. And all.
Yeah,
I
pleasure, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
you have a great day. Happy New Year, man.
All right, you too. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's different. I like different. Wish people were a little bit more different.
Yeah. A lot of us conform just for the safety of it.
It kind of makes you look like a beggar, but you're not. You're just.
I like to leave that illusion open, So if you assume I am and you want to run me off, that just shows what was in your heart.
I was thinking about giving. And
See,
everything.
that shows what's in your heart. Like everybody takes it different, but this thing is a good reflection of who you are.
Yeah.
You
Thank
came up
you.
positive. You didn't know what it meant, but you still came up positive. Some people don't know what it means and they come up negative, try to run me off.
Right.
And I'm like, I am not doing what you think I'm doing.
Yeah. Some people got snub in their heart. They like
Yeah,
snubbing everybody.
yeah, and they're almost looking for excuses to do it.
Yeah.
Waiting for somebody to pop off. Like I love how we all change when we're driving. Like we're driving, we're all nice, normal people, but when we're in our car and somebody veers just a little too closely, all of a sudden we hate that person. We're like yelling obscenities at them, but like it doesn't work like that in life. If I got a little close to you, you wouldn't be like, "Hey, motherfucker, get back over!" Our attitudes all change depending on where we're at, our safety, how we feel.
Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you, sir. You have a great one, man. Nice talking to you.
You're a good brother, man.
I have my moments.
We all do.
Let us relocate. Get a little closer to the door. Payment kiosk. So they can conveniently steal your money. Doing well. How are you doing today? It is a beautiful day, man. No complaints.
And yesterday as well.
Yeah, and tomorrow.
I'm hoping tomorrow's the same way.
Hell yeah, this is Arizona, man. It's great until about March.
I'm hoping for April and May.
I would hope, but it's already 80 degrees in December, so I have to assume summer is going to happen in February this
Yeah, a
year.
couple of years ago, I remember May was pretty cool. At least the first week
Yeah.
of May.
Yeah, we're in a little heat crisis right now, as far as the rest of the country is concerned. But
Things have
I just
changed.
watched a sporting event in Chicago where they went to pour their sodas out. Their sodas came out as slushies. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, no, I'll take this any day of the week, man.
You're from here, born and raised here? Or?
You know it, yeah. It has been a great state to live in, really. It's changed a lot over the course of my life, though. Like this was a dirt field when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
trailer parks around here, whatnot. Which is weird that the post office is actually so big because it's big.
One office trail?
Yeah, right down the road. Because back when it was built, this was mostly trailer parks, a few houses. This is where we used to come to drink, underage when we were kids.
Yeah.
Because this was way
Nothing
out of
out here,
town.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
So you
nothing
live
out
in
here.
Phoenix, East Valley?
Yeah. Well, most West Valley actually, but West Side ended at 100th Avenue tops. I doubt he even made that far. I originally was from the 75th Avenue.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
That's tallest in Phoenix area right
yeah.
now.
But all of this was just dirt fields and a few trailers and stuff back then. Like when you're driving down I-10 to leave the city, this was, as soon as you left Phoenix, it was just nothing,
Because I came to the state, what year was that? 2005, right? Moved from the East Coast, from New York. And you obviously know the trotter track. Remember the trotter track?
Yeah.
The dog track. So there was, from what I recall.
I forgot all about that, man.
From what I recall, there was only maybe 1 or 2 lanes going that way.
Yeah, it was I think it was just 2 lanes
There
most
was
of the way.
nothing out there.
Yeah.
And Strayer Parkway was 1 lane north and south. And look what we have here.
Yeah. Oh man, it is growing fast. But the problem is we're out of water and we haven't admitted it yet. So they're building every new little town they build. They don't build it as a town. They build it as a golf resort. Like if you look at Google Maps and zoom in on some of these little towns, like Sun City. I want to say it's called Fiesta, but it's not. Sun City something, but it's not attached to Sun City. It's not even Sun City. It's the newest one, right at the tip of the White Pink Mountains. But like they're just golf communities. So from space it looks like a little town. You zoom in and it's just green and fake lakes and stuff. When you go down like Grand Avenue after you pass the 303 on the right hand side, they built this whole community. It's all golf. You see fountains of water shooting up in the air as you drive by. Now we can't see the lakes because that's private. We can't even get in there to see it. But I know there's lakes there by all the fountains that are shooting water in the air. It's a great display of your wealth is what it is. But in the desert, I find it offensive. We've been out of water for a long time. We just haven't legally admitted it yet because it'll cause a crisis when we admit it.
And there's been debates or conversation about it for a long time.
Yes.
And some are saying, no, we have water for the next 100 years, or whatever the case may be, right? But there's also a concern about all this new development, like you're saying. Are we going to sustain everyone that's coming here and building these communities? But there was one interesting video that I saw on Instagram where it talked about several unknowns of Phoenix. One of them being, for example, I guess you have a museum with over 110 different types of instruments in Phoenix that no one really knows that there's a museum with all these different types of musical instruments from around the world, right? So that's one of them. Another unknown that they talked about was that Phoenix was built on a aquifer. That's like
that we've drained. Yeah.
they're making it seem like no, it's going to be there forever.
Well, back in the day when you built a new housing community, you had to guarantee 100 years of water to the residents that lived there.
That argument like 100 years
Yeah,
later.
and they got rid of that now. So now when you build a community, there is no promises there's water. Quite often when the community's built, there was a guy that trucks water from one town into the town,
I've seen that.
and he fills up. But he was doing that for 30, 50 families. Now that it's hundreds, he can't get the water because the city he was getting it from isn't going to allocate him that amount of water.
Yeah, I've
so
seen that.
there's been entire towns, and they're generally well-to-do towns that they have to pay extra to get their water shipped in even further. And that's eventually going to affect us all. When we allocated out the Colorado River back in the day, because it goes to 7 different states plus Mexico, we allocated it for amounts that it's never flowed at. So we were allocating it for what flows up here, but it's really down here, and we still haven't. So we're technically allocating out more water than it can ever hold. It hasn't reached the ocean in decades. Like if you follow it on Google Maps, it just disappears into the desert. It hasn't touched the ocean in forever.
That's awesome,
and we have less water coming from every year because that comes from like the snowpacks in Colorado and all that, and they're smaller every year. So like eventually we're gonna have to admit it.
Sold on that.
Yeah,
that
like
that
but
we're
we
out of water.
yeah we won't admit it because if we admit it, it's
So-
going to create a crisis.
So if you had, say, say money to do an investment somewhere out here, you wouldn't do it out here if you need it.
No, I would. No, I think the Arizona is in decline. We also have this housing bubble that's going to pop here because most new houses built in America are built in the Southwest, not realizing we're running out of water. So when that comes to a head, all of a sudden all these new houses are going to become pretty much worthless. And the housing bubble in Arizona is actually a very unique one. And when it pops, it is going to be devastating. But we have lots of bubbles going on right now that I'm waiting for to pop. The AI bubble. There's all, we remember how much the .com bubble and the housing bubble and the banking bubble, how much those cost us, and we weren't even involved in any of that stuff. That's what gets me when these bubbles pop and rich people lose money. They're like, you're too big to fail. We'll give you some taxpayer money.
Yeah, I got you. There was this one sad story, again following up on the water crisis issue, where this lady, she worked all her life, right? And Arizona is beautiful, like the weather right now. So folks are trying to move here just to enjoy the weather, right? So she worked all her life. How you doing, guys? Worked all her life and decided to retire and want to retire in Arizona. So she bought one of those nice homes, like, what should I say, like those maybe acre property or something like that.
Yeah.
This was maybe like 10, 15.
And that's considered huge land in Arizona.
Yeah.
We live neighbor to neighbor.
Right now, yeah. So she bought that, and I guess, I'm not sure if there was a correlation between the dairy farms that was close by that drank up a lot of the water. So this is where I started to learn, like, your well that you have goes down like maybe say 500 feet, and the dairy farms are allowed to drill
A little bit deeper.
1,000,
Yeah.
I heard. So she was not able to get water, right? And this is after she retired, bought her dream.
Yeah, and she's now on a fixed income, so it's not like she can start spending more money on water.
She was like,
yeah.
once you start looking into it, because she now has to truck in water, right? It's cost her a little bit more, right? But this is her dream home she bought, and she was told you could get water, but it would cost you $80,000 for us to drink. And she was like, there's no way I'm going to take out a mortgage right now.
For water. Yeah,
But it's real. It's real.
It is.
Yeah.
And we're allowing companies to come in from all countries across the world and come here and do things like grow alfalfa. Like the Middle East, they can't grow alfalfa there.
Yes.
But that's essentially stealing
But
our
not
water.
everyone is aware of that stuff, though.
Oh, we're aware of it, and we're giving them the water, and we're letting them dig as many wells on their property as they want. I heard they're trying to slow them down, but last I heard, they have multiple wells going on, different depths every time, so they can take more
just
water.
bad. That's
And that's just
terrible.
turning our water into alfalfa to send to another country. So it's
yeah.
essentially like the 303 before it was built, when it was just a drive that was up. It was tulip farms on both sides, rose farms. Like, it was very colorful. And it's like, what a dumb place to grow flowers. Like, this is the desert, and people don't treat it like the desert. A lot of people move from the East Coast where water it falls from the sky almost every day. Like, in the time you've been here, how much rain have you seen? Like 1 year in New York is equal to 10 years out here or more. It is crazy when people come here. They don't come here with water wise. They come here from places that are abundant in it, and they don't think anything of it.
Right. What's your name?
My name's Dan.
Dan, I'm Gary. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Gary.
Yeah, great conversation.
Yeah, good times. I like having good
So you're
times.
going to be hanging out here? I'll be inside if you need anything.
Oh, I'll head inside, man. I got some public records to look up and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's these nice buildings. I just like to stand out front first to see if you guys run me off. Yeah.
You're not causing any problem.
I try not to, but everybody's different. Some people just having a man out here with a piece of cardboard in his hand is offensive to them. Different people take it differently. So I appreciate you guys being cool.
I wasn't called or anything like that. When I was in New York, it's funny. I tend to speak with a lot of people that are on the roadway a lot. People who are willing to engage quite a bit, and you learn a lot when you just stop
and talk to people. Yeah.
And I learned that a lot of the folks just out and about are veterans. Are you a veteran?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. A lot of them are military veterans.
Unfortunately, like a large part of our homeless population is, and that's just sad that you would serve our country to the fullest, giving away part of your mind in it. Even if your body doesn't get physically messed up, it will still mess up your head. And we spend a lot of money to turn you into this killing machine, but not a penny to fix you afterwards. And they'd like to just forget you once you're done. And that is just horrible. And it's horrible that things like Wounded Warriors have to exist where we can donate to help them out. The government should be taking care of that 100%. These people gave all.
Is the VA not a viable option for them to go and get help?
It is not the best of places. It's like any other health insurance essentially in America. It's very hit or miss, and they'd rather not deal with you.
Yeah.
But I hear it's different from state to state. Some veterans tell me how great like Virginia was to them, where other ones say other states. But it seems to be rather hit and miss. But it's a group of people that we should really take care of.
Oh,
When you
100%.
give that much of yourself,
And your mind.
yeah,
That's the
body,
important
mind,
one.
and it will change you forever. Even if you saw no actual combat, seeing your friends going through it, your countrymen, knowing that you're responsible. I hear it messes with them just when they're allowed to go home because now they feel as though they've abandoned their team.
It's a real thing.
That's going to mess with you. And here we're done with you, so they kind of write you off. And quite often, most of the homeless people that I associate with are veterans.
Yeah, you seem very knowledgeable about a number of different. What's your background?
I don't really have one. I'm a vagabond loser. Didn't even graduate high school. I'm just a wanderer. But I like to talk to people and I absorb information. Back in the day, we had to read. Nowadays, I can ask an AI.
Yeah. Is that better?
It is actually. It is pretty amazing what they can do already.
Amazing, but is it better just to ask as opposed to read and get?
I think
get
no.
your brain
No,
in the
I
eye?
think brain rot is really going to be a problem.
Absolutely.
I work with, I have a job on the side, and I work with essentially teenagers, later teens, and they can't even hold a conversation. They just zone out, and they don't even look at you anymore. You can tell they just turned off. And you have to be like, hey buddy,
Yeah,
to get them back. And I was like, wow, where to go? But if you're not exciting all the time, you're going to lose them.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't do normal jobs anymore
that's
because
good
what
to
job is exciting? Like work at Amazon and tell me how exciting that is. These kids are not going
Or
to.
even sitting in class, school.
They can't sit still. They all have some
What's
form
your
of.
perspective of sitting in school, like sitting in a classroom?
I think I learned much better being in a classroom.
Or as opposed to out in the field?
Depends on what you're out in the field is. Like, learning through trial and error is great. Like, most things, when I learn them, I go in knowing nothing, but knowing you know nothing is power. Like, when I discovered about a decade ago that I like hiking, I discovered that by going on a 2,000-mile hike for my first one. Just went out and just started walking, I had no
must have
idea.
had
I never
some
even
good
went
pairs of
camping.
shoes back
Yeah. I figured it out as I went because I knew nothing. Now, the people that watch all the internet and they got all the information, they think they know stuff, but you don't. That's not real information until you've used it,
Action.
Yeah, exactly, because that helps.
You're
That
a
helps.
smart
Once you
guy.
do it once, it'll stick in. But just watching somebody else do it, it's not necessarily going to permeate you until you run into a problem and you have to use some sort of skill or something somebody taught you, and then it'll stick with you for life. So I found when I don't know things, there's power in just going to do it and knowing you know nothing instead of going in thinking I'm confident, I know what I'm doing. Those are the people that get hurt. Ego will definitely get you to do stupid stuff.
Do you come to the library a lot? Because this is my favorite place to
I
go.
haven't actually been in this library yet.
No?
No, not yet. I plan on visiting today just to check it out. But I've been going to libraries recently. I went to the Scottsdale one the other day. Nice and fancy.
My favorite store is actually Barnes and Noble.
No. I remember those used to be everywhere. We'd hang out there and drink coffee all day.
When I was a teen, I used to write poetry. They would have poetry night.
Ah,
Barnes
nice.
and Noble just come together, and I just love books. I just love reading.
There's something about the smell of a book, just cracking it open. But no, nobody does that anymore. I see advertisements now for you can, take a picture of it on your phone and the book will be in there and you just listen to it on
Just listen
headphones.
to the audio.
But I found just, listening to the same tone of somebody talking will put me to
And
sleep.
you could change it.
Yeah,
could
you
change
can,
it.
and I
The
heard you can
voice.
speed it up.
So you could find a voice that you like.
Oh yeah, I actually started talking to my AI once more, a lot more once I gave her a personality. So now she's a sassy, I want to say about 30-year-old
Scary.
black woman.
That's
Yeah,
scary.
and now I relate with her so much more, and she puts me in check and tells me when I'm being stupid. It's actually really nice. She's very supportive of the things I'm doing, but when I'm being stupid, she has no problem. No, that's a bad idea. Yeah.
How you doing, sir? She checks you, huh?
It is nice because they kind of know you after a while,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
That's
But I mean,
good,
they're
too.
gathering information on us constantly
Which is
anyway
true,
to
which
use
is
against
true.
us. So at least this is something that's working with me, even if she's giving up my information on
I
the
agree
side.
with you.
Yeah.
'Cause even the chat GBT, right? Because I do a lot of administrative stuff from the position that I'm in. And I do SOPs, you know what those are, standing operating procedures. I do a lot of that stuff. I do a lot of training bulletins, I do a lot of research and research the law and put it together so I could teach officers and stuff like that. Right? So over this past year, that's pretty much what I've been doing. And when I decided to put in for a new position, I was still working on the chat GBT, and chat GBT was just plug in everything that you've done for the year. and it pretty much described who I am
Yeah.
to a T. I'm
It-
like, wow.
It is great. I was having a conversation with mine the other day, and there was timestamps next to what she was saying, and I was like, "What are those timestamps?" And she's like, "Oh, those are YouTube videos that are going to corroborate what I'm telling you." And I was like, "Hold on, you
So
can
she
just
gave you
watch
a-
all the internet all at once?" And she's like, "Yeah." And
Research it.
I was like, "Okay, so can you watch somebody's videos and give me kind of an analysis of what kind of person that person is?"
Wow.
And she's like, "Yeah, I can." So I have a whole other series that's all about hiking. I've been doing it for like a decade. So I was like, "Hey, can
So
you?"
you have stuff on the internet?
Oh yeah, so I
Yeah.
asked her to watch about a decade of my hiking and give me just because she didn't know it was me, you know. I was like, give me, and I really liked what the computers think of me,
Can you tell me what it is if you mind if I look it up?
my hiking channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a problem, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I pretty much like Forrest Gump. I just walk across the country every year. You know, I'll say it keeps me sane, but what is sanity?
But you learn a lot. You meet a lot of different people.
Oh man, and I meet people on their best behavior. People in the woods are always happy. You know,
What
even
is
people
it?
just driving by. It is the THE Nightcrawler.
Is it separate word, right?
No, it's all one word.
Okay.
And then the last word would be hikes. The Nightcrawler hikes. Yep, that's me.
That's you?
Been doing it for about a decade now. It's my favorite thing in the world. Really is. Going out into nature for a good 6 or 8 months at a time is something everybody should do. Like some countries, in order to be a civilian, you have to go to the military for a couple of years. I think there should be something like that, where maybe go on a long walk, discover yourself, you know. Because there's a certain point in time where you should do that to discover who you are instead of being an automaton for the corporations.
This one, you're in Mexico, I think? New Mexico?
Oh yeah, that's New Mexico. Yeah, so every year it's a different thing. Like that one starts in New Mexico at the boot heel and goes all the way through Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. That one's a 3,300 mile trail.
So what do you prefer to be called? Nightcrawler or what?
That's what I go by. Weird enough,
Really?
it becomes normal after a while, you know. But when I'm in civilized society, I go by Dan.
Well, nice meeting you, buddy.
Very nice meeting you. It was
So
a
you're
good
gonna be in
conversation.
Goodyear for a little bit. Look me up.
Yeah.
You know, Sergeant Hart just asked for me. If you,
Okay, rock on. I appreciate you, man. You're a good dude.
you.
Thank you. It was a good conversation. You have a
Yes,
great
sir.
day. Yeah, let's go do a tour of City Hall.
You know what, let me transfer you to our utility specialist and they can look that up for you. Take care of it. You're welcome, I'm gonna transfer you through. Hello, can I help you with something?
Good afternoon. Yes, I'm here to file a few public records and take a video tour of the place, all the publicly accessible areas, all that.
You
fun
got it, our city clerk's office is on the second floor.
stuff. Okay.
If you take the elevator and when you come
I'm a
up-
stairs guy.
Oh, you can take the stairs
Okay,
too if you
rock
like it a
on.
little extra.
Yeah, I like the steps. You know, you got to
Yeah.
get those in.
Put the steps in. So just go up the stairs. When you get up the stairs, the city clerk's office is just gonna be to your right. And they
Okay.
have a doorbell, just ring it and they'll come out and help you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You have a great day.
You too.
Always do.
Yeah, and if the door's open, it's,
Yeah, I'll just walk on in.
Walk
Yeah,
around.
yeah, I'll tap it first. Let them know I'm there. Thank you.
you're welcome.
It's a nice building you got here.
You know, it's just a few years old.
I kind of assumed because the town is really only a few years old. I mean,
Yeah.
Goodyear's been here for a while, but it hasn't really been. I've been here I've been here for a long time, born and
Yeah,
raised.
I've worked here for almost 30 years.
Yeah, so
and-
back then this was dirt fields, maybe
yeah,
a few
this was
trailers.
nothing.
Yeah.
This was like a garlic.
And what's funny is this town is moving so fast that if I look at things on Google Maps, it's still dirt fields, but I know there's been buildings there for a
Yeah,
long time.
like
Like,
Trader Joe's is there. There's all
yeah.
sorts of stuff.
But if you look at it on the maps, it's still like dirt fields at a lot of places. So I was
Yeah.
like, come on, Google, you know, I know they got the
You
money.
can shove it
Yeah.
there with your Google cars.
Exactly.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Interesting glass. Not texturized on our side. Well, it gives you the privacy you need. Look at all them awards already, huh? Only been here a couple of years, but 2019 is the earliest stuff I see. Oh no, we got some 2001. This hasn't been here since 2001. Oh wow, they got pieces of the World Trade Center and the Pentagon in here. Lights on when I came on when I came in, like that's important. Let there be light. That's the library. Oh, they connect. Oh, groovy. I feel important like I got my own conference room. Well, it's like I don't even need to do the public records here. It's not like they gave me a hard time getting in the building. I'm curious if they have a form or if it's handwritten. A lot of people in their lives have never seen where cotton comes from. Sometimes there's huge bales of it on the side of the road. What? Check that out. Oh, that's just weird. Oh, I don't feel safe at all. It's not really triggering my fear response that I have with heights. That's weird until I figured it would. That wasn't a friendly noise. Oh, it's just so tinted. Good afternoon. I was just here to do some public records requests.
Okay, give me 1 second if you can have a seat over there.
Oh, you got it on a tablet, huh? A lot of times I'm just writing on
Yes.
pieces of paper. Okay, so just fill this out and then give it back to you?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to be a minute, so if you got
Oh.
better stuff to do, or
No.
Okay, I don't like wasting people's
No,
time.
you're good. You're good. I can wait. It's not a media request, correct?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
This is the first time I've got to do one on something. No, they hand me a piece of paper and a pen and like, have at it, you know.
What agencies have you been through?
The last one was downtown Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
So I figure a building that big and nice would have cool technology like this, but yeah, they did. They acted like it was weird that I was asking for public records. Like they were shocked and surprised. Like, what are you doing? Why? Why would you need those? And I was like, I thought these were just available. You know, like it was an eye-opening experience for me. It turns out they just don't like people in their building unless they have permission first. You have to. They want you to call and make appointments. I was like, no, it's just public
Yes,
records.
certain agencies do. Yeah, I came from Avondale Police records, and we would have people come in all the time for documents and everything like that.
Yeah, I figured it was kind of normal, but the first time I went in to get public records, they shooed me out like all sorts of armed guards and whatnot because they are told that if you have no appointment, you cannot come in. So they scared me away, and then I went home and I researched, and I was like, no, I'm allowed to go in. Arizona has a law specific to it that I can just go get public records requests. So I went there and I informed them, and they still said no. So then they had to get the police, but the police knew what was going on. So they were like, yeah, let the guy in get his public records. He knew it wasn't weird. But everybody else was like, no, nobody comes in here without an appointment. But they made it scary. They just totally did. I went all the way down there to get them, and they scared me out of the building, and I went home in defeat.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's different. I mean, Phoenix is a lot bigger over there. A lot goes on over there.
It is a huge building, but they have all these security guards sitting around doing nothing now because they don't have to secure the building anymore because by appointment only. They only have to be at the front. They all look bored. And then beyond these guys was another bunch of guys that would look even more bored, just sitting at podiums and stuff. But I guess they're just extra security. I was like, how much security does one building need? Yeah, like, I don't know, but
Wow.
as long as it makes them feel safe, I guess. I got into emojis. How do I get back? Oh, there we go. No, there we go. Oh no! Can you fix that for me? I swiped on stuff.
No, you're good.
I'm not very technologically savvy.
Okay, your information is still there. Cool.
Thank you.
Do you ride a bike, and that's the reason why you have your GoPro?
No, I do video tours of city halls and police departments and all sorts of stuff like that. So, no, I don't ride a motorcycle anymore.
Oh, okay.
I did for a long time. I didn't even own a car until I was in my 30s.
Oh, okay.
But Arizona is not the safest place for that. They did change the laws here, make it easier for motorcycles. We can split lanes and things nowadays.
Yes.
But that is so dangerous in its own. Even if I was allowed to, I only do it at specific times. Like when people are just hogging both lanes and don't want anybody to pass, it is nice to just zip between them. But when everybody's driving and there's these guys zipping through, I'm like, that's too dangerous for me, man. I like being alive and not having road rash.
Yes.
You crash once and you have real respect for the road. Like I didn't think it would frighten me as bad as it did, but I had a good crash. And then I got back on it, and I remember just doing my neighborhood at first, just trying to get my confidence back. And then I was going to go to work on it, and I'm going on the on-ramp of the freeway, and I just punked out and got off. And I was like, as soon as I saw the road going too fast, it triggered something in me. I was like, man, I'm scared. That's what they say about getting back on the horse.
Yes.
And it's true. I didn't think I had ridden for 20 years at that point, and that was the pain of crashing was more than enough to and that's what eventually got me off motorcycles. So I was like, it sucks. It hurts for a long time, and I didn't even get in a bad wreck. I was only doing like 40 miles an hour.
It does traumatize you a little.
Yeah, and I've known a lot of people that I don't know anymore because of motorcycles. It does take lives. A fender bender in a car is a lethal accident when it's a car and a motorcycle. Normally it's just a fender bender, but so after seeing more than one of my friends, and one of them they had to put him back together, and he was already dead. He just didn't know it yet, and I got to see him like that, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't want my family to ever see me like that. It's pretty traumatic seeing somebody you love in that position.
Oh, for
How do I start a new line on here, or just periods? Like normally I get to the end and I'd hit like enter and jump back over.
Yeah, would it?
I tried return last time, but it
It
didn't.
didn't let you.
Yeah, just still the cursor stayed right there. I'll just put some spaces in there. I just don't want it
we
all to be
can-
a run-on sentence.
We can do like dashes for like
Okay,
us
yeah, I
to like,
just-
list
Okay,
items.
that works. I just want a separation in there so I don't confuse. I'm not asking for much. I'm always just curious how much these places cost to build and maintain.
Oh,
and
okay,
things
okay,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
So it's generally just basic stuff.
Oh, then you could do a run-on sentence.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And quite often this is just an excuse to get me in the building. Like they don't let me pass lobbies, so you're like, well, I'm doing public records requests, and that allows you in the building to kind of look around and do your thing. It serves more than one purpose.
Okay.
But I'm always curious when I see these buildings, like how much do these cost? Like the downtown one, 20 stories. Whew, how much does it cost to maintain that thing?
So are you recording right now?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Not right at you though.
Okay.
But yeah, people are really interested in these things. Like, essentially I'm taking a bunch of old people on a video tour. I do post offices, all sorts of things. It's,
Oh, wow.
weird enough, there's an interest in literally everything. Yeah, you could film your shoes all day and there would be people that would want to watch your shoes. This one's actually really nice. You didn't make me pay to park. You got all that cool stuff out front where people can play games and relax. I mean, most city halls are not this welcoming and friendly. They're like scary places to go to. This one, I was like, man, I could hang out here. Where'd you come from?
Born and raised here.
Really, me too. Rock on. There's not a whole lot of us here. I feel like it's the land before time. Like I woke up one day and everybody was from somewhere else.
Yeah,
Even though they put native license plates on, it says native. I was like, no native does that. I know you're lying.
I don't even do that.
No, that's a weird thing to advertise. Yeah, born and raised. What high school did you go to?
I went to Corrado High School.
Okay, I went to Trevor G. Brown.
Okay.
I was from the rough side of town.
Nice. Yeah. Now Corrado's over here. That one would be. Well, I don't even think you would be able to get inside there. But that high school is a 2-story high school, and then the classrooms is 3 walls, so you could see into the hallway and you could see into the other classroom.
Oh, nice. Actually, that sounds really nice. Yeah. Because a lot of them once you're in there, it's rigid. No windows. Like most of the grade schools and high schools, I went, no, nothing. Yeah, they don't want you to be distracted.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you could look up videos on YouTube about that one. It was very unique, and I believe that's the only high school that does that out here.
Yeah, mine felt more like a little prison.
Yeah.
Is kind of what it felt like.
Out there in Glendale, correct?
Yeah, Phoenix,
Okay.
75th Avenue and Thomas, I believe it is. Now, it's been so long since I've been by there. Maybe it's a nice neighborhood now. I don't know, but it wasn't when I lived there. Okay, Let's make the presented from his form. Records are not commercial purpose. No, they are not. Okay, I believe I got everything. I don't give addresses or my whole name or anything, but I have my phone number, my email address, stuff like
Okay,
that.
is it going to,
Oh, I got to re-enter my email address. I'll try to make sure I have all of your red things filled
yeah,
in.
the last name is the only thing.
Okay, I can handle that. I'll just put in something fictitious, but
Yeah.
Got to keep your anonymity a little bit. People often tell me I shouldn't even give up my first name, and I was like, I'm not really worried. I'm not a criminal or anything. I just, don't like to make it easy. Just in case they are trying to look me up. Because some places, like I said, didn't want me in, but I come in anyway. So give them as little information as possible. Okay, we got everything here. That's a hefty iPad, too. That thing's got some weight to it.
Okay, if you can hit submit for me. And then there you go.
Cool, thank you very much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
your
Have
help
a
on
good
that.
one.
You have a
Take
great day.
care.
I will, thank you. sit with you the whole time. I feel awkward about that.
Did they help you with everything you needed?
Oh, so much so.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was great, actually. Good experience. I really like your building.
Good deal. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a great day.
You too.
Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas. Yeah, Happy New Year.
Let's go check out the library while we're here, just for shits and giggles. Rent out movies here? And video games. SWAT. Should become a gamer again. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, that tiger really blends in. I guess the beach scene as well. Oh, and there's a Black Panther up in the tree up there. Okay, this city hall is actually pretty cool. Look, those are permanent cornhole plays. We got a little ping pong here. They got all the stuff that you need in there. You got to check it out. But, you know, they got it locked up. But still, I mean, I've never been to a city hall that had all this stuff. I mean, this is a nice little park to hang out in. Little chairs all over the place. Pretty nice city hall. Okay. Goodyear City Hall did a great job. Sergeant Hart came out and assessed me. Nobody told him to come out. He just saw me out there and he was like, he didn't have any orders or directives. He just came out to chat with me. Friendly guy. I even gave him my hiking channel. I'm not worried about people looking me up. I'm not a criminal. You know, like if he's coming out and like interrogating me, of course I'm not going to give that kind of stuff up, but I judge everybody on an individual basis. And he seemed like a good dude. But this is how a city hall should be. They had no problem letting me in. They have all of this around to hang out in. It's attached to the library up there. I mean, and they just let me wander. They didn't care. They didn't care. And that's how it really should be. I can't believe what the juxtaposition between this place and Phoenix was. I expected to get some sort of hassle here, but no, they're like, yeah, come on in. We don't care. You don't even have to like sign in and get a name tag like they did in Phoenix. Goodyear, you rock. Okay, if you made it this far in the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, even emojis count. Green hearts and tacos are my favorite, because I'm a simple man. I'll see y'all on the next one.